is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your favorite douchebags from the Shock the World podcast. I am your host, Harold Eason. Apparently, at least.
Is that just going to stick now?
That's rumor on the internet.
I hope it doesn't stick. I hope it doesn't stick.
But
We work too damn hard to be the douchebags of the podcast world.
there you go.
Hey, my parents think I'm cool.
Exactly.
That's what Mom told me.
Yep.
So,
My girlfriend likes me.
I'm your host, Harold Eason, here in the studio. New studio. Now you can see in the background, we've got Minute Maid Park. Pretty
I think
cool.
they're doing well. I think Astros are winning because there was a big roar a second ago.
Yeah.
No, it's tied.
Can't own.
It's tied 1-1.
It's all good. With
2-1.
Jameson Widener.
and the boy,
Tim Hanna.
old man, hydrated, sunburnt Tim Hanna.
Well, we're a couple days later now, so I'm good. I'm excited. I'm ready for Temple. I'm ready to go shoot some dove this
Yeehaw.
weekend.
Ready to go 1-0.
We are going to go.
We're gonna shoot some doves this weekend.
Celtics, Dove busting
Celtics,
this
Dove
weekend.
Buster.
That sounds fun.
If it flies,
Cool.
it dies, boy.
Hey, and hopefully we can say the same thing about the Owls coming up.
Ooh, that's a good theme for the weekend.
Exactly.
If it flies, it dies.
Yeah,
Kill some birds.
The
There you
feisty
go.
night birds from Pennsylvania. So
What city?
currently, Philadelphia.
Okay. I
Thank you.
thought you were going to say Philly first. But then you froze, and I was like, come on, Harold. Spit it out.
No. So good news is, currently at this moment, Houston is favored by 13.5.
Which
So
I'm sure that line will move somehow, some way.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean-
almost positive.
it's been changing. I mean, it'll probably change midway through the podcast, like we saw this last episode. So overall, I feel pretty comfortable about this. Temple is now 2-2.
Temple's
Loss.
not good. Let's just stop beating around the bush. Temple's not good.
Correct.
I'll be the bad guy. Temple hate me.
You know, as mad
They
as
already
we
hate
are,
Tim. They already hate Tim.
They hate Tim.
So,
as
But
our-
one guy hates Tim.
and you know what's funny is that he ripped me up and down about their defense and how Jeff Collins was such a great hire from Power 5 programs. Bro, you just got torched by South Florida.
Liddy boys.
Torched.
Bad.
And Notre Dame. And Notre Dame is not good.
So their schedule so far looks like a loss at Notre Dame, 16-49, a win at Villanova, very embarrassing score of 13-16, win at UMass, 21-29, very, very bad, and a loss at USF, 43-7, which we covered this last week.
Yeah. That wasn't even close. It was not competitive.
Temple
No.
is pretty close to the bottom of our power rankings. In fact, in this last week, we had them at 10 out of 12. So I guess we'll go ahead and start talking about Temple overall. So a couple of players to watch. I know you did some Statty Boys look up on them. So we have. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's
I
coming
mean,
up. That's going to be a recurring segment for you guys.
Their QB, their starter, is Logan Marchie. He's 64 of 119.
Yeah.
53% completion with 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Let me just say this. Although he's listed as the starter and leads the team, they all three quarterbacks and the other 2 didn't even have stats that really mattered. Played significant time against USF.
4
And
INTs, is that
4
what you said?
INTs against USF. So
Did each of them total up with an INT?
yeah, they're not very good. I mean,
Shooting them out the air.
you could be us and have our offensive woes, or you could be Temple, and I'll
Yeah.
gladly take our offentive woes versus them.
Yeah,
I know
well,
some would disagree.
You know, unfortunately, there's
You'll agree on
a
that one.
lot of Temple
agree with that
fans
one.
that are having to come back to earth
That's what.
and realizing.
It
Sort of,
sounds all too familiar
Yeah.
from what we've been told recently.
exactly.
Next,
Next guy.
By
They're-
of all people, Cincinnati people. Okay, folks.
Yeah, folks.
hey, Benterongs, chill out.
Trunks. Chill.
Texas chili, Cincinnati chili.
Oh,
It's just
for
not even
sure.
close.
For sure. There should not
It's just
be
not even
beans in your
close.
chili.
No.
Just saying.
You don't like beans in your chili?
It's not chili.
What is it?
That's
then?
like soup.
no, it's still chili.
No, it's not.
Doesn't chili like no? Hold
No.
on. No.
Oh, here we go.
No, you can
Can't
put
do-
beans.
We don't need to go cooking like HGTV on these boys.
No, we don't.
But
But you can put beans in chili.
no, that's a soup.
No, in chili cook-offs you can have beans.
You have beans.
You have beans.
I think that's foul.
In Texas, chili cook-offs.
You
Foul.
didn't have beans.
Every single cook, like the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, you can have it.
Yeah,
Frontier
under two
Fiesta, which is the
under-
greatest cook-off in all the land.
Oh, it is for sure.
Oh,
Um,
All All right.
I'm sorry, I'm
Beans and
triggered.
Well,
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So
Michael Armstead.
the fact that you are arguing whether beans should or should not be in chili, give your comments below and your thoughts.
yeah, tells you exactly what we think about this game.
We would love to hear what you have to say.
The Raquel Armstead, he was actually.
Douchebag chili.
Oh man,
Start selling douchebag chili.
Bearcat
online.
Sports Radio is not gonna like this one.
Hey, side of tortillas and dip it in like pita bread.
There you
With
go.
their Tortillas.
Ugh. So,
Um,
Raquel.
Back to topic off of our tangent. Raquel Armstead, 59 carries for 180 yards, 0 touchdowns on the year. He's a Doak Walker awards list preseason.
Cool.
I don't think he's going to be on that anymore. 60 yards for 3 games. I think that's pretty much over and done with.
No TDs.
Yeah,
That's the
that
problem.
doesn't help your
No
cause at all.
TDs.
Their two leading tacklers, Diamondback,
Devlon.
defensive back Devin.
Diamondback.
Devlon Randall, 26 solo tackles and 9 assisted with 1 sack. Their second leading tackler, Chappelle Russell, with 21 solo tackles, 13 assisted. One guy I did want to list, and he's third on the team actually. Sean Chandler. He was the Nagurski award list.
Yeah.
Sure.
Preseason, he's third on the team with 18 solo tackles and 6 assisted. So those are the players to watch.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, there's just not a lot of players to watch on Cincinnati.
right now.
I mean,
How
on
dare you,
yeah,
Tim.
keep
They're
saying
kinda-
Cincinnati.
I mean,
Temple.
You know,
They got a great defense.
Based
they
off
allowed
what?
how many points to USF?
Based off what?
46?
Oh my god!
I think that's my just sarcastic comment that's going to be throughout this year.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
If you don't catch, I say at least once an episode about some
Some
crap team.
snarky thing, and
They
then it
got a-
takes us
they got
to
a great
double
defense.
tech. But they look pretty rough. Hopefully we beat them by more than 13 and a half. But
At this point, I'll be happy to win by 3.
I agree, and we'll get into our predictions.
No, don't lie. Because if we beat Temple by 3 points, you're going to lose your
Well, we
mind.
already have your prediction. I don't necessarily
my
agree with
prediction
that.
was a joke. We'll get
Okay.
into that later.
Yeah.
We'll get into it, but
It was a
we
joke.
are going to bring to you guys officially Statty Boy.
Yes.
New segment. So, Tim, you want to go ahead and lead us off on
Yeah,
this?
sure. I mean, truthfully, it's just there's not a whole lot of stats for them, anyways.
Oh.
One little, there's really not.
Let's hold off here on the shade throwing.
For example,
Yes.
negative 22 rushing yards in the first half versus USF.
Blech.
Where's the stat?
USF's got a good defense.
What? I don't give a damn. Harold could go out there and rush for 1 yard in South Florida. A yard.
Oh my!
Yeah, boy.
I would pay money to see that.
Oh,
Who of our friends would rush
Boy.
for 1 yard?
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Mitchell
Okay,
for
it's-
sure.
okay.
He played football.
Not,
He had
someone
a-
that
he
did
had
not
a-
play
he had an
football
offer.
or any
Someone
Division
that
One
did
sports.
Not play football or any.
People that they don't know. So,
Yeah.
next topic.
I don't-
Kentucky
I don't know
can
what-
rush for a
Kentucky.
yard.
So the next little quote unquote stat that they have, which we touched on multiple times between the recap and the preview.
Right.
They had 3 different QBs play against USF, and they threw 4 picks total, no touchdowns.
I'm not going to make fun of anybody with quarterback problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you kind of can't.
That's real
When-
worrisome.
Yeah.
When it strikes, home over here, I feel bad for all of you.
Yeah.
Sucks.
I
Oh my gosh.
and what's awful is that they're going through a period of where they had PJ Walker. I'm
Sure.
sorry, Philip Walker, that was there
Right.
for 4 years.
He told Temple what he really thought about them at the end of the year anyway.
Yeah.
I did. That I did. Get over yourselves, dude.
He
Welcome back to reality.
No.
No, he did.
PJ Walker. told
Oh, yeah,
Temple
that's right.
that
Yeah.
that's exactly what he thought about.
No,
them.
it's true.
He's kind of a dirtbag, but whatever.
Yeah, it was deserved. He led them to 2 10-win seasons in a row,
Yeah.
and they went after him. Nah, bro.
Gnarly dudes.
Temple, check yourself. Check yourself.
For show. Statty
Um,
boys. Continued.
So their passing offense is pedestrian to say the least. But they're 77th in the nation in passing and 127th out of 128 teams in rushing offense.
Ooh.
Yep.
So
Boys, well, they're gonna have a fun day against.
So it's gonna be a long
how
in the
many
office.
yards of how many rushing yards do you think
Over
they're going
under?
to get on us?
50. No, I'm and then 100. I'm gonna say 100. I'm gonna say
I'll
100.
go 83. Very particular.
50.
Price is right. I was waiting for somebody to say
What did you
99.
83? You said 100? You said 83?
83.
So random.
83
gonna
Nation,
go
bro.
with-
Patrick Edwards.
I'm going to go with 64.
Okay.
64 rushing yards.
Roger that.
I'd be impressed if we did that. And that's total. That's not just from one guy. That's the whole team rushing yards. That's pretty stout. That's not moving the ball very often.
No.
But
I don't think
You
they
see
are.
this number 127 rushing in the nation. That's not moving the whole
Exactly.
I will
And
tell
that's,
you,
and that's competing against
2 FCS schools, Notre
Nova
Dame.
and UMass.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh
Hey,
my
man.
gosh.
Real squeakers.
Zoomass is
Hey.
a good defense.
I don't want to talk them too down because you never know what's going to happen with this offense.
What time are we playing? 11 a.m. Aren't we 11 a.m.? Yeah, we're 11 a.m.
I don't
First
care
thing
anymore.
in the morning Saturday. This isn't Philly. It'll be somewhat cold.
It's going to be lovely.
One last thing on the Sadie boys. They are tied for 33rd in the nation on red zone offense, which is pretty impressive. That means once they get down there, dude, they do come away with points. But we also,
Which
on the other
we haven't
hand,
been able to do.
are 15th in the nation in red zone defense. So much like we saw with Texas Tech, where it was rock meet a hard place.
Yeah.
You know, they had the number 1 scoring offense. We had top 30. How are we going to handle? I will say this: we were able to handle Texas Tech in the red zone this last game,
Yeah.
and that was very encouraging. When they got down there, we shut them down. We held them to 3 points, and I'll take that any day of the week.
Sure.
Will we continue that trend against Temple? I believe so. There's no standout athletes that just blow me away that say, no, there's no way we can stop them from getting in the red zone.
I agree.
No,
That's just
yeah,
me.
I completely agree.
I
with
mean-
that.
Yeah.
This is one of those games that
We were
should
scared
go in-
of week 0.
But we should go in there and easily get this win. Easily. Even after everything. Temple is that bad.
They're pretty bad, guys.
Temple is that bad.
I
And to any Temple fan, if you want to call us names too, like Tech people, you were that bad. It's okay.
It's okay.
And if you disagree-
we root for you. Like, legit. I want you to win every single game after we beat you.
And
That's how I feel.
Hey, I wanted them to beat Notre Dame.
Oh,
Me
of course.
too. We were pulling for
We're
'em.
pulling for them to win every other game.
I
That's
hated
a-
that
American Athletic Conference guys. We're your friends. Please don't hate us. Bearcat Radio
no.
loves us. But
There's a couple teams.
I mean, I hated that I had to actively root for them against UMass and Nova, but I
Yeah.
did. I was like,
Yeah.
come on, guys, please win. Sorry.
let's please
No,
make
no.
this happen.
Yeah.
I agree. Overall, this should be a win for us. Cougs should go 1-0. Cougs should end up being 3-1 at this point, winning our first conference game. The question is, before we go into our actual score predictions, what are the predictions and the keys to this game for you guys, do you think, to go in and make sure that we're successful? And what makes you feel more confident this next game? Or what would make you feel more confident this next game?
What would have to happen in this game to make us more confident going throughout the year?
Exactly.
Keys to the game: no turnovers.
That's what I was going to say. Take care of the football.
Truthfully, it's take care of the football and keep them out of the red zone. Because obviously they've shown they can win in the red zone.
Right.
What would make me feel more confident is connecting on passes past 25 yards.
100%.
Yeah, I want to put scoring drives together that are convincing drives by not just
Right.
diddly daddling here and there. I'd like to see us take the ball inside our own 20 and drive the length of the field with confidence.
Have we been able to do that yet? No. Maybe one drive.
Yeah, we did. I think we did against Arizona. Maybe I
One
don't know.
drive.
But what I'm saying is we just need to get in a rhythm. And I honestly, Kyle Allen should have no problem.
Well, that's another question then. Who starts this game?
Allen,
Allen's
Kyle
gonna
Allen
start.
starts?
I think so.
You can't pull the kid. The kid already went through this with A&M.
Sure.
If you do this here, the mind's shot.
Okay.
He's done.
I think he's starting.
So,
Yeah.
Honestly.
okay, another question for you. What would have to change in the game, and how soon in the game would we have to be, down for us to put someone in? And who is that person? Is it Postma or King? And I know how we
Postman.
feel about this, but I'm just saying because the fans,
Yeah.
there's a lot of fans that want to Eric King to be throwing the ball right now.
I don't think you're going to see King throwing the ball.
I don't think so either.
It's going to be Postman. One thing I didn't even mention, though, what about our rushing game? Our ground and pound game? We've got to establish a good running game that's well over 4 yards per carry.
I don't understand the one of the things we have clearly not been able to be successful with is just running up the middle. There was a lot of I don't see a whole lot of like handoff, like sweeps guys running off, off to the side that we used to. We're doing it, but that's literally our only running yards. Burden.
No, I'm talking like a jet sweep. Yeah. We're running that with King every single time.
King. Well, King, Why doesn't Catalan have that ball? Why doesn't Burden have that ball? Because Catalan, unfortunately, dude, I love the guy. Starting to make me think he was completely overrated and cannot run the ball up the middle. I mean, I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but we have to talk about it. Man, this is a guy that was supposed to be our saving grace for our running backs and just hasn't. I understand. And that's why I'm bringing it up.
I don't think our O-line's good enough, dude.
I don't either. So how do we change it to make it suit those guys?
Doesn't matter. You cannot just completely abandon the run.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely agree. How do you make Duke Catalan and Dylan Burden successful if they're not successful in the game that they're?
No, you have to. The playbook has to get more creative. The playbook has to get more creative
because you can't just do basic things with a basic.
You can't go B gap, C gap.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is.
Literally what's going on.
That's literally what it is. And so that's why I would much rather see, like you mentioned, the sweeps that we've seen in the past. I mean, especially in, with that three-headed monster that we had with Bell, Sims, and Hayes.
That's completely different.
I understand.
So different.
Yeah, it's a way different scheme.
Yeah.
Way different scheme.
Way different.
But I tell you what, one play I like that I wish we'd run? Texas Tech ran this play. It was a screen, but they dumped it out to the flat. Both wide receivers ran upfield, blocked, and got our cornerbacks pushed up 10 yards. And they just dumped it off to the flat. Guy cut up 10 yards.
They're running back in the flat?
Good Lord. That was just
running back in the flat?
Yeah. God bless.
A little flare.
Yeah.
Out there. He's in the flat.
That's all it is. I was like, God bless. That was nice.
That's the one that they got the giant 70-yard play on, correct?
No, this was like early in the game. They ran this early in the game.
There was something similar to that, though, that I saw from one of the running back that they had that they just down the field.
I couldn't believe it.
Which worked out well. That's the only bummer that I have about being in the lower level is that we can't see everything as much.
Yeah.
And so 102 Lives Matter, but always have to go watch the replay.
I didn't go to our concession stand once this time. Normally I do. I use our concession, but the lines were too long, so I always went up. And the only time I waited was right after halftime. It was the only time I ever... Huh?
Really?
Yeah. Oh. After that, every time I literally walked straight in, got my stuff, walked out.
Overall, with everything that we've been talking about, what would you guys have to say y'all's score predictions are going to be?
Ooh.
Okay, so it's 11 a.m. on a Saturday. We're 13.5-point favorites. I said we weren't going to cover the spread last time, and I believe that again this time. As I think I said last time, I didn't trust our offense, and I still don't trust in fact, I trust it less right now.
Yep.
For me... I'll be the guinea pig and jump out there first. 24. 24. 21, something like that.
Wow.
What?
You think they're going to score that much on us? Well, let's keep in mind they have only scored 21 points on UMass.
Yeah.
And I think our defense is a whole lot better than UMass's.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I was still
Nope, you already said it.
Yeah, I mean, I already threw it out there.
It's okay.
Something tells me
you're good. I'm right there with you. I think our offense is going to continue to struggle, and we are going to have a score of 21-10.
I think you're the one that's bringing our offense down by jinxing us every week.
Well, I hope not.
Nope, I think it's your fault.
It might be my fault.
It's Harold Leeson's fault. What was your score?
21-10.
Okay. I'm going to go 27-13.
Okay. I like that.
Get me close to 30, please.
I mean, it's going to be close.
Last time I
Give me
picked a
30
score to be
points.
27, someone got 27. So I'm
Yeah.
sticking with 27.
All
for
right,
now.
there you go. And then Mitchell, do we have Mitchell's score?
No, we do not. We do not.
Put it in the comments.
Mitchell's going with.
He had it, I thought, earlier. It wasn't as good as your 0-3 score
my
that you
3
had
to 0.
earlier.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We were joking earlier.
A field goal.
3 to 0.
And would that be with 1 or 2 field goal attempts?
We'd be 1 for 3.
Okay. Wow.
I'm kidding. That is worst dire case scenario.
That would be really rough.
So what was yours again, Harold?
It's going to be 21-10. We're writing these down, guys.
What
and
about
we're taking
yours,
this
Jay?
up and totaling it up. So at the end of the year,
27-13.
at the end of the year, the winner who has the smallest margin gets a grand prize. And that prize will be announced at a later
I
date.
still haven't got my prize from last year.
We'll have a prize this year.
Yeah.
Oh, so last year I just, hey, congrats, go get
Well,
screwed.
blame the guy who runs the show.
All of us? Or...
So, with that being said, I think that is what we have for Temple. I feel pretty
Who
confident we're going to come in and
cares?
win. Yeah. If we don't go 1-0, guys. If we don't go
1-0,
1-0,
Oh, boy. It's time.
we're
to
in for a rude
rip up the
awakening.
carpet and start doing some demoing.
Yeah.
We gotta. Yeah, if we struggle this game,
It's going to worry me.
if we struggle this game, I'm gonna worry about bowl eligibility,
Who do you think's? Oh,
which
definitely.
is sad.
Who do you think is better, Temple or Rice?
It's good. That'd be a good game.
I'm going low on this score prediction just because
Temple,
Temple.
Yeah.
only because I give him a slight
Temple's
edge on the
better.
defense, I guess.
I agree.
Yeah.
Cool.
We should win.
Who wins in a pillow fight with nothing in their pillows? I mean, truthfully,
East Carolina.
That
it's
is
because they
true.
got pirate blood in them. That's why.
That
That's
pirate
why.
blood.
Pirate blood.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and jump on to our American games of this next week. Week 5 is kind of, besides maybe the conference, this is the first big deep dive into conference play. But the rest, I mean, when we get into, the Fab 5 matchups, this is a weak week. So,
But bumps. They'll be here all week.
Yes. Tim has to get that in once an episode. First game we got down. So we've got the USF at ECU. USF sitting at 4-0. ECU sitting at 1-3.
Oh yeah, 1-3. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're good.
Notes were done before.
You're good.
1-3.
Indeed.
And the Pirates are going to make it 2 in a row, baby.
Lovely.
I'm
And
kidding.
currently at this juncture, we have our boys from USF, I think, just moved up to 19. So what do you guys think? I mean, USF has a 89%.
89.21, something like that.
To win this game. This is not something that
USF.
I'm worried about. I think
I think this is very easy.
USF.
USF continues to go 5-0. ECU loses another conference game.
This week for the most. Ooh, that
Maybe.
was a good one.
I don't know.
Oh, boys.
Next one, we have Temple and Navy. Tulsa and Navy.
Navy.
Navy should win this game.
Navy run the
Navy's
ball
3-0,
near 570 yards a game. They'll be just fine.
especially on that defense.
They'll cruise. They're going to control time of possession, and they'll just slowly march their way down the field, score.
It's at Tulsa,
And
so
then
there will be
Tulsa
12.
makes a couple little mistakes in their turnover game. It's over
Yeah,
later.
it's at Tulsa, so there will be 12 people there.
They did have like 18,000.
The stadium holds
Or-
32.
They had 18,000.
It holds 32,000. Hey, we
Woof.
can't talk. We didn't
I
fill our
know.
stadium for tech. I mean,
agree.
we can't talk.
I
there.
completely agree. So
whose
next
fault is
game,
that?
next game on here, we have Sad Huskies, who are now 1-1, playing at SMU.
So they're 1-2. They're 1-2.
Sorry, 1-2.
Yes.
You're correct.
It's only gonna
Who
get
is now?
sadder. It's only going to get more sad.
It's gonna be real sad. SMU is gonna continue to do what they've been doing.
And then
Their defense is not super great. They're
SMU
gonna throw a
SMU is
bunch
right
of.
there where we knew they were going to be when they came.
we
to
did say
Houston.
that.
They're going to be 4-1.
Yep.
We said 1 or 2 losses, no more than 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
No
It's going to be tough. There's only a couple teams I think that can play.
Sad
well enough to
UConn,
beat
Randy.
them.
Now the question is, do you think they fire Randy Edsall if he goes like 2-10?
No.
What do they want to
No.
do?
I think they give him at least another year. I think they know what they got with football. I really do.
What's crazy is that they hired that offensive coordinator from Auburn, which has helped Gus Malzahn do wonders. But they don't have any offense. So my question is, do you think the offense was based off of Gus, not Rhett Lashley?
That's a good question.
I don't know,
By the way, it sucks for you. Sucks for UConn. UConn, welcome back to being just a basketball school.
Yes, and not as good as normal either.
Don't worry, beautiful Bob Diaco is not enjoying his life either in Nebraska.
He's about to lose a job because they're getting a new AD, and AKA head coach is getting fired. Next, we have the boys from Cincinnati, the Fighting Binturongs, playing the Herd of Marshall. 2-2 and 2-1. So 54.1% chance to win for the Binturongs.
I don't know about this one. I don't know.
Marshall's been pretty legit recently.
Watch out for this one. They
Marshall's
played
been
NC
pretty
State well,
legit.
and as we saw, and Harold called it. NC State beat Florida State. I don't know about this one, man.
Watch out.
I think Marshall might get a W.
Hey, you know what, Cincinnati, for your rude comments on the American board, you're getting pegged this week by Marshall. Have fun. Later.
Cool.
Wow.
Next.
Sorry.
I would have never thought.
Sorry,
I would
Bearcat
call
Radio.
that.
We love you still.
What?
Thought we would have never the day that Marshall would get favored.
Oh, I know.
It's just crazy.
It's not.
Have you watched?
Have you seen
Cincinnati
This
game?
Is Marshall?
Yes.
We are Marshall. Okay. Cool. So the last game for the American Athletic Conference is going to be Memphis and UCF, both undefeated, with a 76.6% chance to win for UCF. Granted, it's at home with Bleachergate Stadium, but
Oh man, that place.
Well,
That has forever hatred
Memphis,
in my heart.
Memphis has a seriously good win, at least over a P5 team that went and
got destroyed by Stanford
they did, but they still beat
and lost.
A&M.
No, just kidding.
It's basically the Josh Rosen.
I mean,
agree that, but still,
So
I think this is going to be a much closer game than.
well, I
guys-
think
I wanna hear y'all's
ESPN.
picks.
I think ESPN's giving a lot of credence to the Maryland,
I do too.
win. I think that's why you see
I
that.
don't wanna get- I don't want to get
Texas.
carried away from it.
I think Memphis is going
I
to win.
think UCF's going to win.
I'll pick Memphis.
I'm picking
Really?
Memphis, but I would not be surprised if
Here's the reason
UCF
why.
comes out and scoops it up.
I trust Ferguson more
Mackenzie
in
Milton.
a shootout or in a closer game.
That's what it's probably
I saw
going to look
what
like.
He did against us in a close game against UCLA. He's done it to continuous. Any close games they get into,
Sure.
usually he favors well.
UCF's going to be lit. It's going to be a
That place
packed
is lit.
house.
That place is litty boys at night.
I think
So-
UCF's going to win this one. I really
right.
do.
All right.
Well, this is going to be good.
Scott Frosty's. He's
I know,
one
Former
of the
snow
future
cones.
Nebraska coach.
Yep.
Probably.
Bye byes.
Yeah.
Later.
So we'll see how that one turns out, and we'll go ahead and jump in, I guess, to our Fab 5 matchups and keep it at 5.
Fab 5 matchups.
I like it. So
Fab.
first game of the week is going to be a Pac-12 after
Fat
dark
5.
matchup. Is going to be number 5 overrated USC playing Washington State.
Watch out.
Watch out. I agree.
Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Okay, first off, Wazoo is not a terrifying place to play at all.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
But they have the Pirate on their side.
And the Pirate also lost to Eastern Washington last
You're
year.
right, but they scoop up a major upset every single season since he's been there.
Who were they upset last year?
Somebody I can't remember off the top of my head. No, it's true, but I don't
think they did.
stuff
But
off
anyways,
the top
I
of
get
my
what
head.
you're saying. I get what you're saying. No, man, I think USC's got this.
Okay.
I think
Cool.
USC's got this.
Yeah. It's hard not to go with it, but I would not be surprised if Washington State pulls it out.
I'm with you. I think the most compelling, interesting game overall for the week is going to be the next one.
And we're coming
Ball Tech
to your city.
I can't believe they brought them back. Those dudes are like 60 years old.
When a tang, come along. Come along.
So bad.
I like the
Big and Rich.
I love it.
I like it.
I love the
been
entrance.
great. It's just been there for so long.
I hear you. But that's going to be number 2, Clemson at Virginia Tech. So they're doing game day.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Here's the thing. Virginia Tech has been this team that's always been ranked. They're almost like a Texas where they get ranked because people want them to be good again.
Yeah.
They need this win in order to win.
Solidify themselves.
Oh, for
No,
sure.
if they win this would be their biggest win in recent.
5 years.
Very long time.
No, more than 5. When's the last time they beat a top 2 team?
A very long time.
It's been a long
Very
time.
long
Since
time.
they had old boy over there.
It's doable,
Yeah.
but
I'm with you. Clemson's too
Clemson.
good. I think Clemson and I think we're going to end up seeing a repeat Clemson and Alabama unless somebody missteps. But
Baker Mayfield might have to go plant a flag somewhere. I might disagree with you.
oh
on
my
that.
gosh. Well, next game we're going to go ahead and jump on, I guess, to basically our P6 matchup of the week, the one that makes the most sense for us to really be
P6.
hyper focused on is going to be San Diego State, now ranked 19. So it's USF is at 18 in the AP, and San Diego State is 19, playing Northern Illinois. So Northern Illinois has been pretty nice recently.
Because they beat Nebraska, but I think that's more
I've seen
Dude,
Northern
Nebraska's
Illinois
garbage.
play at home against Boston College and lose. San Diego State.
yeah.
All right, I'm with you. I think they're going to continue to go undefeated
Fighting
until
Rocky
they beat
Longs.
themselves. But New York 6 is watching, so this is kind of a scary one.
So
I
we
would
should all
love-
be
I would-
Husky fans.
Yes,
But
Husky-
not like the sad Husky
not
fans.
sad Husky fans, but
Actual Husky fans.
Northern
Chicago
Illinois.
Huskies.
Chicago
There you go.
Huskies.
Next, we've
Midwest.
got
Skyline Chili Huskies.
Yeah, next we've got SEC matchup coming in hot. Number 24, Mississippi State, who just lost to Georgia this past weekend.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Not competitive.
Pretenders.
You know,
Pretenders.
Auburn.
yeah, playing Auburn. So,
Auburn.
who's ranked 13th right now? I think Auburn, is continuing to prove they are the real deal.
Auburn
And-
Tigers, Paul.
And I can, if they
You
continue,
tell that Alabama with their leave our trees alone. I tell you what, Paul. Come on, Paul. Paul, you don't give no respect to us. It's only
You
Alabama.
only like Alabama, Paul.
And I'm just gonna say it. Roll Tide.
and a roll tide. No, I think Auburn is going to end up. Auburn's going to end up, I think, playing very well in the SEC this year. They're going to win this game. They're going to continue to win.
But I think they're living in.
until-
They're a solid number 2.
until they
though.
play Alabama.
I think.
They're a solid number 2 in the West.
Oh yeah,
I think they're living and dying by Jarrett Stidham too.
They're going
gonna-
to.
They have good. Huh? Yeah. They don't have. They have a really good defense, but I think they're living and dying by the offense that comes out of Jarrett Stidham's hands.
I'm with you. Next, we have one that is probably.
Wait, did we pick? We picked Auburn.
Oh yeah, I'm picking
yeah,
Auburn.
Auburn.
Okay, Auburn for sure. I mean, it would be interesting to see an upset, but I don't know that it's going to happen.
But Mississippi.
Love chaos.
yeah.
Chaos is a ladder. Next, we have one that is super important.
Why don't you just tell us where you bought the shirt?
I didn't.
Where you
buy the
got? Where
shirt.
you got the shirt?
I did get a shirt that said that, but it's from
What is that
another Game of.
from?
It's a Game of
It's
Thrones.
from Game of
reference.
Thrones, bro. Come on.
Come on, bro.
Do you even Hodor?
Not yet. I don't.
You know nothing,
so
Jameson
I'm just
Widener.
figuring out what the wall is.
Let's hold the front door and let's get on to the next game. One that is very sore for us right now with a loss to Texas Tech at home this past week. Oklahoma State, after losing to TCU this last weekend, now goes to Texas Tech. This is where we find out if Oklahoma State's legit, like we
And-
all predicted, or if Texas Tech is better than we all give them credit for. And it shows us how good are we.
It's very true.
Oklahoma State rolls.
I think Oklahoma State rolls. Now
Sure.
they're going to see
Okay, I don't know
a
about
fully
rolls, but they
fully
win.
functioning offense.
They win. I don't know
I
about
do think they
rolling,
win.
but they win.
I think we were stuck in like second gear, and Oklahoma State's going to come out in at least fourth gear.
Any offense that could not just hang on to the football and not wreck Dad's car,
Yeah.
could have beat Tech last week.
Pretty much.
We couldn't get out of second gear in Dad's Porsche.
That being said, I do think I do think that Tech is going to be juiced at home. The tortillas will be fine.
It's a night game.
It's a night game.
That place is
rowdy.
Rowdy.
I'm going to go with Oklahoma State. I think they're going to win. But, I mean, we got to hope for Texas Tech on our side. I know Tim might say differently.
Yeah, no.
But we got to hope.
Flair Boy over there is stuck.
We have
Oklahoma State.
Lock it in.
We as Kook fans have to hope that Texas Tech wins this game.
And if you disagree
I
with
don't
us,
think it's going to happen, but we got to hope it's going to happen.
Actually, I don't care.
Okay.
I really don't, because it doesn't. At this point, it doesn't help. It won't help us depending on how Tech does.
right.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless-
if Tech continues to play the way they are and only lose games to TCU and
Fine.
OU,
If they get ranked into the top 15, then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nah.
okay,
Won't matter.
cool.
And Tech fans, if you agree with us, because I know you're going to be on there trolling us still, please tell us why you're going to win this game, please.
Honestly, I just want to thank whoever of
I
you
know,
guys
I kinda
put us
thank
on
the-
one of your
thank
forum
you.
boards.
Thank you for the trolls.
So,
Yeah.
Views. Keep coming.
anyway,
From your mom's basement.
indeed,
In New York.
While you're not teaching middle school.
better wait for your old principal to come talk to you pretty soon. So,
And ask why you're not principaling.
it's okay. So, I think that's about it for the games for this week. Overall, how do you guys feel comfortably going in? We've already capped on it, but overall odds and ends for this next week.
Confident. I think this was it's going to be for the coaching staff. I kind of remember
Yeah.
if we'd have done this podcast yesterday, oh my God, I'd have lost my mind.
Nope.
It would've been a
Nightmare.
night.
Sleep on it.
Meltdown. Have to sleep on it.
A lot of our coaches, first time, some of them ever coaching at the collegiate level, first loss they've had to suffer.
Correct.
First loss really
Yep.
of Major's head coaching career. So they have a lot of things they need to go back and work on. which I
Drawing
think
board.
will get fixed. Kyle Allen, it's his first two at the same time. They're going to spend a lot of time watching the film. I hope, to correct all the issues. We shouldn't have a problem with Temple.
Yeah.
I agree.
Temple is.
Yeah, no, same thing. I want to give us the benefit of the doubt that we're not going to struggle against a team like Temple.
Sure.
I think we've got a week long to go over the tape, especially on the offensive side. Defensive side, you cannot give up 3 big explosive plays for that.
They don't have those home run hitters though. Like
Yeah,
Tech does.
I hope not. I hope we don't find out that they have home run hitters.
They don't.
Don't forget, Rockwell Armstead is still a Doak Campbell
That's
watch
fine.
list.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we're going to be able to handle this game. Get back. Oh, that scared the shit.
my Lord.
That'll be a home
Go
run.
Astros.
Home run.
All right.
Okay, so on that note, I think we're going to be
figured
okay.
That was going to happen at
Yeah.
least once
Yeah.
while we're recording.
Wow, that
but-
was louder up here.
Hey, but
Also, Bregman. Little Bregman.
something like that.
Crawford
So,
boxes,
Crawford
shout
boxes.
Harold, your final thoughts, odds
You
and
know,
ends?
interesting thing that you mentioned. Offense is going to be sitting in there, and they're going to be watching tape. Are they thinking, can we change this up a little bit? Are we going to add something else in there that we haven't put on the field, or do they say, you know what,
We
this
need
looks
to-
great. Why
need
don't
to
we just
fix this.
execute?
Yes.
Let's
we
just
need to
execute.
Yeah.
That's what will be. That's what will be preached. Execution.
Yeah, which I'm worried is not going to be enough.
Here's a bad thing. If they would have executed, we would have won the game.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
is it necessarily?
What's the percentage of execution on the same?
I don't like it.
I agree. I'm there with you. It's not flashy.
Boring.
It's not exciting. It's boring.
Yeah.
It is boring. So I think that's about it. Thank you for everybody who sent us in questions this last week. As you guys can tell, we're in a new studio, getting used to some new stuff. It's really hard.
Studio number 4.
It is really
Studio
hard
number
talking
4.
about U of H
Actually,
after a
5.
loss. Yes,
Number 5.
technically.
Including season 1 studio.
Indeed.
yeah.
But I mean, it's hard to talk about UH football right after you lost, and especially to an in-state rival like Texas Tech. So we thank you guys for listening. Please continue listening. Like the video, share, subscribe, do whatever. Check us out on all the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. New goal is 10,000 views. So if you guys can help us get there soon, we're almost halfway there. So I think that's about it, unless you guys have anything else to touch on.
No, that's it.
We're good.
Awesome, cool.
Let's go
Well,
get the W in Philly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Make sure to check out our fan cams, and we'll see you in the next episode. Go Cougs.
Row, row, row.
We're out.